So I'm going to show you guys today how to take your audio file from your interview and convert it to an MP3 so that you guys can use it in Audacity. Because as it is right now, my audio file is right here. And if I click on properties, I can see that it's an M4A file. If I try to move this to Audacity to use it, it's not going to work. So I have to convert it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to make a copy of it. That way, if I mess up or if I do something, I'm not going to totally delete my file. So I'm going to make a copy by hitting the copy button, and then I'm going to go to paste. So now I have a copy of my audio file, which is helpful. Can you guys at home still hear me? Jenny, can you hear me still?
No, it's skipping.
So I'll try to make this clear, and then I'll put this video on our PowerSchool page. So I'm going to take my copy of the interview file. So this is my audio. And what you're going to need to do then next is go to our page. So this is lesson 14, and this link will also be on the Narrative Podcast project. Over here under lesson resources, there's a link called Audio Converter. So I'm going to click on Audio Converter. And there's a lot going on here. You just need to focus on the steps 1, 2, and 3. So I need to open a file. So I need to choose the file wherever it is on your computer. So mine was on my desktop. So I'm going to go down here to my Walls interview copy. So this is the file that I just made a copy of. This is my audio file. Notice it, when I hover over it, it says it's an M4A file. I'm going to click on open. I want to convert it to an MP3. So that's the default that's already chosen. And I want to move it over here to either good or best for the quality. And then you scroll down here and you're going to hit the blue convert button. And it's going to take some time. So notice that my bar here is going across. It's converting my M4A file to an MP3. You're going to be able to use your MP3 in Audacity. Now it says conversion's complete. So now it wants to know what I want to do with this file. I want to download it. So you have to make sure that you remember to download it. And it's going to go through the process of downloading. It should show up right down here if you're using Google Chrome. And I can click here and I can click on show in folder. So I click on show in folder and I'm going to minimize this window. And here is my new file. This is my converted file. Notice under the item type, it says that it is an MP3. Now I can move that to my desktop, or I can just leave it in the folder. And then I want to open Audacity. So I click on Audacity. And this is the program that you're going to be using. This is the software you're going to be using to create your podcast. And I'll just make the window smaller and move it over. And I can just take this file and I'm going to click and drag this file right into Audacity. And it's going to tell me that file. And as soon as it's done copying, now here is my full interview. So now I can
do some questions. Asking you some
full interview. Now, you're not going to so it's important that you make sure that on your full interview, you're going to need to make another track. So this is my track of my full interview. I'm going to go to a new track, and I'm going to do a stereo track. Now this is where, and I might name this stereo track. So I might name this Final Podcast. That way I don't get confused with the different audio files that I have. I might name this one, well, this one's already named Walls Interview. So this one's already named whatever file your name was, whatever file you use. So then I can even zoom in here using the software. So how you're going to use Audacity then is, let's say I know that I wanted from 1 minute to 1 minute and 30 seconds. And that was where I was going to start my interview. So you're just going to highlight that section and you'll highlight that section And then you're going to do Control C, which copies that section. And then you'll click down here on your interview, and you can click the skip to the end. And then you're just going to go Control V to paste. Now I've pasted that section from the interview down here to my final podcast. So when you're working with this and listening to this, it's important that you mute the track that has your full interview. And then your final podcast, I can skip back to the beginning, and
your point showed that the way you interact with people now.
there's my file, there's my section of audio that I moved to my final podcast. So that's how you're going to convert your file, and that's how to start working with your file. I'm always here if you guys have questions, so let me know if you have any questions.